Hello everyone, my name is Loco and welcome to some more Heroes of the Storm. Today I wanted to show you the build that I've been playing with Jaina, called the Glass Cannon build. And the Glass Cannon build is literally exactly what you might already assume it is. We're going to be focusing on a lot of burst DPS and trying to focus down our opponents as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, we're not gonna have that much HP and we're not gonna be, you know, very sustainable overall. So here we go. The very first talent we're gonna go for is Deep Chill, which increases the slow amount of all our chill effects. Now for anyone wondering how this hero works, basically every single ability that I cast causes the chill effect, and the chill effects make sure that the opponents are both slowed as well as taking increased damage from our other abilities. Now, like I mentioned though, you gotta be careful with this build, because if you play it wrong, you will basically die within 2 seconds. And I've noticed especially early on in the game, you gotta be extremely careful, because you can easily fall out of trouble. And we're gonna have to try and do a little bit of aggression here. Like I mentioned, I really don't want to get caught off guard. Just trying to play it safe here. Because, you know, opposed to other heroes, you might be able to, you know, squeeze out a little bit more damage even though you're low health. But I've noticed whenever I do play this hero, I just sort of get wrecked if I am not focusing hard enough on staying alive. So I tend to, in the early part of the game, stay back for as long as possible, and then later on in the game actually start moving out. Now it looks like the opponent's Jaina is actually also in the game right there, which is pretty cool. Now so far I think about I'm by the way going to the top right here, but I think so far I've played about maybe 20 or so games with Jaina, and so far she's definitely growing into one of my absolute favorite heroes. Ooh, that's the risk that I was talking about right there. He is one of my biggest, he's one of the biggest problems early game, especially when you are playing Jaina. Stitches right there, it just does so much damage. Alright. No, not the hook, not the hook. Alright, gonna drink out of the fountain here, because obviously we will be able to go in the mines very soon. Now, what this build mainly focuses on is being able to nuke someone down extremely fast. And then in the meantime, what you decide to do is just stay in the lanes, and actually, oftentimes you end up soloing a lane as well as Jaina, because she's just great at doing that. Now hopefully my teammates will also be paying attention a little bit in this game. Gonna try and zone them out while we go down in the mines. So here we go, let's go. Gotta be careful here though, because if they come after me, I'm dead. So I gotta be really careful here. I don't really want to walk alone, to be honest. Alright, looks like he's coming this direction. Oh god, no. No. Oh, gotta watch out, gotta watch out. Alright. I want to go back, no. Guys, we all need to be in the mines. Oh no. Alright, Arctus coming in, but... Now this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. If you're in this situation, normally you might want to stick around for a little bit longer, and I am going to stick around for just a little bit, but you definitely don't want to push it too far. Second talent we're going for is Frost Shards, which basically makes sure that my Q ability, my Frostbolt, does a bunch more damage, and it pierces a second target. Now this is where I need to be careful. Alright, I'm just gonna get out of here, guys. I'm just gonna get out of here. We're never gonna be able to take this fight, I don't think. No. Alright. Well. See, this is always the risky part, because I know that I'm fragile. I know that I will die soon if I'm not careful, but I also know that if I leave here, my entire team might die. So, you know, that's kind of the disadvantage here. Okay, I'm out of mana right now, so I'm gonna get away. Alright. Gonna Heartstone in a little bit of a risky position, but this should not be a problem here. So the second talent I went for right there, let me go over that a little bit more in depth, is called Frost Shards. And basically what this does, it pierces the second target. So that means, even if I miss my Frostbolt on my primary objective, it will actually hit another guy. Looks like they actually managed to clean that up. Wow, that's actually very impressive. Alright, good job. That's actually very well done. Let's see if they can come up really soon, so we can actually take out the camp in the middle as well. That would be huge. Alright. Looks like we got a little bit of a Jaina v Jaina battle going on here. Now as you can see right there, that's actually the upgrade right there on my hero that allows it to pierce a second target. Looks like they're coming in. So I'm gonna go over to the middle part as well. Now at level 10, which I will go over in a little bit. At level 10, I'm gonna go... at level 10, sorry, I'm gonna go for the water elemental. At level 7, however, we're gonna go with Ice Lance. Reduces the cooldown on shield target. That means that I can actually cast my Frostbolt, my very first ability, more often. So far the focus of this has been a lot of Frostbolt focus. A lot of Frostbolt focus, which is great. Now, if you're talking about the rotation that you might want to go for, there we go, by the way, managed to nuke him down really quickly. If you talk about the rotation that we're going for, basically what I've been focusing mainly on here is hitting my E on my opponents and then switching into my Q ability. So the E basically slows them down, which gives my Q enough time to travel straight on top of them. Which is honestly one of the easier ways of playing, and it works out very well most of the time. Now keep in mind that you do increased damage the time an opponent is actually chilled. So if you decide to actually pop all your abilities, you know, just actually pop all of them. Just don't pop like 2 of them and then don't pop the 3rd one, because you need to be dishing out as much damage as possible in most situations. Because, you know, as long as they're chilled, they take increased damage, so you might as well just use all of the abilities. I'm actually gonna get back off right here, get some mana back from the starting area right here. Now level 10, we're gonna be hitting that very shortly. I'm gonna go for the water elemental. The other ability is also very good, the Ring of Frost. It's also very, very strong. However, I would say that if you're gonna go for a burst, the water elemental is just straight up better. I mean, sometimes in team fights and whatnot, the frost circle thing is better, but most of the time I prefer going for the other one. Okay, so here we go. Summon the water elemental. Right now we are level 10 and they are not even remotely close. Gonna be popping it right here. Let's see how much damage we can do. Alright. This is very risky by them. They stuck around for way too long. Boom. Hit my skill shot right there. Gotta be careful that I don't die to the opponent's Jaina. Ooh. Alright. Managed to kill him as well. Gotta drink out of the fountain right now, because I do need to be careful. Well, did manage to get a hit off right there. No. We're not gonna be able to get that. Alright. So far so good. So far, the game is going quite a lot in our favor. Obviously, that fight right there was mainly so much in our favor because, well, we were at level 10 and we had our heroic abilities where they didn't have them yet. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Alright. And you can see the burst damage right here. Burst damage. Done. That was great. That was great right there. Now, obviously, a big part of that was also Asmodan, but you can see the strength. Even though I was at low health right there, after he popped all of his abilities, I knew for a fact that my opponent was not, like, Kerrigan was not going to be able to do very much after that anymore. And, you know, I decided to just nuke him down right there. Now, I'm gonna go back to the mines right now, but I do first need to heal up. If I heal up, it will be a lot easier for us to actually get the mines done. So, yeah, that's very important at this point. Alright. Let's say to my teammates that we need to go to the mines as well. Now, the next talent that we're gonna go for at level 13, which is in a little tiny bit, is called... let me actually double check it right here. Icy Veins right here. So basically just an ability that allows me to reduce the cooldowns and once again cast more and more and more frostbolts. And therefore deal more and more damage. Alright, gotta be careful. Like I mentioned, I die if I'm not careful. So I'm actually gonna take this camp instead of the one at the bottom. Just because there's a bigger chance of the opponents being over at the bottom camp. Because I am so fragile. So far I don't think we died a single time yet. Did we? No, we didn't. That's great. Alright, let's go in. Gonna be casting my water elemental once again. And just do as much damage as possible. Now you can... Oh, you gotta be very careful here though. Oh. No, Loco, no. Oh, okay, well done right there by Jaina. Got a little bit too much damage done right here, but my water elemental's still going to town. And you can notice, look, he actually almost died right there, and he might actually very well go down. Yeah, he took a bit too much water damage from the water elemental. Nova actually managed to get the final hit off right there, but that was also due of my water elemental right there. Now, if you are fighting, I'm gonna go for Icy Veins right here, that I'm gonna go over in a second. But if you are fighting more often than not in like a big group, and that's very map dependent to be completely frank, but if you are fighting in big groups a lot more often, and it's like 5v5 battles all the time, you might want to consider going for Ring of Frost, just because of all the utility that it gives. I'm actually gonna go to the bot. Actually gonna go to the mines once more. Because there's a big chance that they're, you know, gonna come back. They have respawned right now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, coming in. Watch out, guys. Watch out. I'm almost here. Alright. You should go down here. Oh. Once again, popping all of my abilities here. And he's down. Sweet. So, Icy Veins. Icy Veins is an ability you can get at level 13 right here, and I just now got it. And what happens is that basically the cooldown of everything is reduced. Yeah, the cooldowns recharge 3 times faster, and the mana cost of the abilities is reduced. So that basically means you can spam your abilities more often. Once again, obviously allowing you to burst out more and more damage. Which is great. Not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome. Actually gonna drink out of the fountain here. Looks like we actually lost the fountain. You have one over here? We lost that one as well. Alright. That's too bad. Guys, can we actually do this camp? That'd be great. Anyone? No? Alright. Let's kill the golem first then. Once again, just popping all of my abilities here. Gotta make sure that they don't take too much damage, or we don't take too much damage from the golems. At level 16, I'm gonna go for an upgrade to my E. My E ability is basically this cone in front of me that does a bunch of damage. But most importantly, chills my target, so that means my my Q deals more damage afterwards. So as long as I hit my E, I will be able to, you know, get out of trouble and actually start hitting them. Depending on, you know, what situation and what situation I really need to.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Alright, let's get the mid. And that one is going to be this one right here. Northern Exposure increases the enemy damage taken. So, you know, it just means that we can deal more damage to the opponent that has the Q ability. Or the opponent with the Q ability. Alright, once again, popping cooldowns here. Gotta make sure that I kill these guys as soon as possible before the big fight happens. Alright. Oh, no. No. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Whew. I'm very low health here, but... Oh, no! Ah, was a little bit of damage over time on me. I thought I managed to get out safely right there. Just barely didn't get there. Oh, well. We are a glass cannon overall, so, you know, it is to be expected to die at least a couple of times. But so far, it definitely could have gone a whole lot worse than it has been going. Now, obviously, there are also different ways of playing Jaina. You can play her in more of like a creep camp guy sort of, you know, situation, where you actually go for all the other upgrades and actually focus on the Blizzard ability mostly. But obviously, landing the Blizzard ability is a whole lot more difficult, simply for the fact that, you know, you need to stand still if you really want to be hitting with it. And, you know, opponents generally don't tend to stand still for, you know, a very long time. Alright, back on the horse, back running again. Now, at level 20 is where this build really starts going out of control. At level 20, I can upgrade my Water Elemental. By upgrading my Water Elemental, I will basically be able to be unstoppable. Very shortly put, my Water Elemental will start mimicking the abilities that I have as well. So what happens is that as soon as I cast something, such as the Water Bolt or the Frost Bolt and all that sort of stuff, you basically, you know, get wrecked if you are fighting against me. Alright, go into mines, guys. Go into mines. Quick. Get the camps. Oh, Kerrigan is here. Alright, hitting my Q after hitting my E, and she is down so quickly. Gotta watch out, though. Don't want to die. Alright. Now, I'm very low health already. It's the glass cannon disadvantage right here, so I'm gonna stick around with these guys. Might be in trouble here, though. Definitely don't want to be in front. Alright. Oh, no. Okay, that's actually him. Alright, that's alright. Alright, nuking him down as fast as possible as well. And they are all down. Sweet. So, sticking around the back is going to be your best bet most of the time. Just because, you know, I am so low in life. Like, I really don't have a lot of life compared to, like, an artist or whatever, who would have, like, 3 times my amount of life at this point in the game. You just gotta make sure that you stay out of trouble. Let's kill the boss as well, and that should give us the game-winning lead right now. Pretty sure they are still respawning, so this guy should go down very quickly. Guys, alright, cool. Using my cooldowns once again, because I do want to nuke him down as fast as possible before they are able to get over here. Which looks like it's exactly happening right now. Alright, gonna Heartstone back. I am low health, I am low mana, so I might as well get out of here. While my opponents, or my allies actually finish it off. So there we go, boom! Now, that one is still about a minute away, so we are alright. Let's all go bot, guys. I think we can just finish it off if we go bot. Oh, whoa, risky, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did you guys not Heartstone? Ooh, that's a bit of a problem right there. Oh, that's actually too bad. Like, I don't really understand why why they decided to do it like that. Alright, do manage to kill him very quickly right there. Which is nice, but... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that's game. I think, yeah, that's me dead. Oh. That was actually really weird, though. They decided to walk all the way back and actually get back up here. Maybe they have been chasing an enemy. They tried and get a kill or on her or something, but I don't really know why they did it like that. Because right now we basically gave away the big advantage we had with our golem, while their golem is going to town. Even though we have a much, much bigger one, they're gonna be able to take it down. And it, yeah, we'll get one tower right there, maybe a second one if we're really lucky, but... You know, a bit of a waste right there, a bit of a waste. Honestly though, I shouldn't have died there. So far we died 3 times, so definitely not as bad as it could have been. Looks like it will be able to take out the second tower as well, so that's good. But respawns are quite long right now. The respawns are taking quite a little bit. Now at level 20, I will go for the improved water elemental. And the improved water elemental, like I said, will just, you know, allow me to steamroll out of control. Wintermute right there. We're pretty close to that already, so that's cool. Alright. Oh, they're all here. They're all here as well. Guys, risk... Oh my god, the risk here is insane. I'm on my way, guys, but I can't walk any faster. Alright. Body blocking with my water elemental. I like it. Alright, he's down. You aren't going anywhere. Whew, okay, he's down. Sweet. So that went really well right there again. Gotta go for the Wintermute upgrade right there. Already popped my water elemental, so I won't be able to quite use it yet, but honestly, not the biggest of deal at that point. They are all dead actually, which is nice. Gonna go towards Chen right there. Take out that camp as soon as possible too. I'm just hitting them. Alright, sweet. Now I think we should be able to make this game into a victory. I mean, I'd be surprised if we don't. Once again, gonna go back here, playing it safely. Most important thing right now, just playing it safely. And let's all get ready to go to the mines. I'm actually gonna go bot here. Just so I can actually be with my allies. It's about 15 seconds until the minions spawn, so that's pretty good as well. And we're already in position right here, you can see that, that's awesome. That actually allows us to really be, you know, at a big advantage. Alright, gonna go here, which is where one of them is gonna spawn, and I'm actually instantly gonna put down my ability here. Boom, let's go. Alright, good job. That's literally instantly like a whole bunch of skulls for us, which is huge. Alright. Alright, using my water elemental here. Water elemental on crack, like I mentioned. Ooh, I don't need to, I gotta make sure I don't die though.
I'll take care of it.
Actually, I'm pretty low on life. Do you think I can kill this? This is risky right here by me. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I do want to get some extra skulls here.
Sounds good.
Alright, got a bunch. Oh, no, that's me dead, but I took one for the team. I took one for the team, and the fact that we still got most of these skulls right there. Which right here is an okay death, I suppose. We're gonna get a bigger golem out, but... Alright. So you can really start seeing the strength right here of this hero, though. Like, you can really see why I'm calling this the glass cannon build, because... Well, if you are out of position for 2 seconds, you are pretty much dead. I mean, you know, if you aren't walking with your team, or you're caught off guard and you have everything on cooldown, or you're not completely, you know, full on HP and full on mana, you're gonna be screwed. Now, if you are walking around, however, and you meet people one-on-one, when you are pretty high up in health, you are in a great position, because that means you can just sort of loot everything and kill everyone. Now, it looks like Nova is actually gonna take a bit of a risk right here, try and ninja some of the skulls. Oh, she decided not to go in. That's a waste right there, though. That was really pointless right there. Nova actually got a pretty significant nerf earlier this week, in the same patch that introduced Jaina. So that's too bad. It's too bad. Now we're just about to respawn here, so we got at least something going, but not as ideal as I would have liked. Now I'm actually gonna go bot here. Gonna sit with Asmodan, because I think there's a big team fight. Run. Artis. Oh my god, Artis, where you going, dude? You went the wrong way. Oh my god, Artis. Dude. Alright. That's too bad.
Got a good feeling about this. These mercenaries could be of use to us.
Alright, I can try and solo this camp really quickly, but this is kind of risky by me once again, though. Just taking it out as fast as I possibly can while they are busy with our golem. Alright. Actually soloed that so quickly, much faster than I imagined it myself. Alright, gonna get out of there. I did pop all my cooldowns for that, so we got that going, but... Okay, sweet. The burst DPS is very high right now. I'll just go for this camp as well, because I can. Don't really need to worry about it at this level. Sadly, I can't line these guys up, so my my frostbite, or my second target that gets hit doesn't really work over here, but... Alright. Just popping all my abilities once more, making sure that they stay frozen. And then get a Heartstone back, get some extra mana, and get back to the battle. Alright. So this is actually starting out to be, like, or this is actually making out to be a very close game. I don't actually know who is gonna win this one. It felt like we were ahead for most of the game, but... I'm not too sure. We need to make sure that we group up. If we group up... then we will win. Alright, I'm gonna walk with Chen here. Just gotta make sure we stay together, really. Alright. Looking him down really quickly. Okay. Good job. Let's go for the forts as well. Alright, got all my abilities off cooldown, so I really can do a lot of damage here, which is great. We're gonna be fighting on the tower though, which is risky. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was taken out of the battle right there by Jaina. You could see that was the Ring of Frost right there that did a second wave because of her level 1 or level 20 talent right there. That was insane, the amount of damage that does. And I got stuck right there underneath her ability as well. Basically what the Ring of Frost does, which is the second heroic ability of Jaina, basically what it does is that it puts down a circle on the ground that stuns and damages enemies. And I got stuck in there. And then what you use is actually the Blizzard straight on top of me, which is another build that you can also play with Jaina, where you focus more on your Blizzard and your Ring of Frost. Which is really cool, I'm not gonna lie, it's a really cool way of playing. But once again, it's very fragile, because if you don't have your Ring of Frost, you sort of are dead. But once you do have it, and you do catch your opponents, well, you can notice what's going on, because I literally got nuked there in a couple of seconds, and there was nowhere I could go, because I was frozen during the entirety of that fight. Now, we did manage to squeeze out a little bit of an advantage right there, which is nice. We are just about to hit level 23, not the biggest of advantages you can have, but definitely, you know, definitely a nice little thing. And am I gonna go straight to the mines again? Gotta be careful though, guys. Gotta be very careful here. Ooh, you actually saw her, but... Cool. Art is already in the mines, taking out a couple of the skulls for us, which is nice. Chen going in the mines right now as well. I'm gonna be popping in her air at the very top as well. Once again, walking alone, very risky. The amount of damage right now, though, it's insane. That camp just died when I was looking at it, which is kind of funny. Alright. If she could stick around me, that'd be great. Gotta watch out here, though. Nova. Nothing like a Nova. Alright, guys. Alright. Trying to pop all my cooldowns here. He's going down so quickly. Oh, no. Oh. Whew. Close enough. Alright. Gotta be careful. Oh no, they managed to take me out as well. Just so much damage they can squeeze out too, but I did manage to take out 2 by myself there pretty much. Which is nice, but once again, we are we are the glass cannon. We are once again waiting on the respawn timer. We actually didn't die all that much. Arthas is actually the one that died the least. But compared to the takeouts and the amount of fights that has been happening in this game, I guess we survived most of them. Especially the early game went a lot better than this part so far, but alright, let's see if we can make this game into a victory, however, though. All the respawns are very, very long. There's no Diablos or whatever in this game that are allowed to, like, respawn really quickly. Yeah, you should walk the other way. That's a bit of a waste right there. Come on, you can take her out. You can take her out, I think, if you try, maybe. Asmodan. Asmodan, you're not gonna do it, dude. Yeah, you're not gonna do it. Just get out of there. Alright. Chen walking in. Chen should be able to finish this off just fine. Chen has the tendency of never dying. Oh, dude. Okay, good job. Good job. Alright.
Let's try that again.
We are back in the battle.
Feeling about this.
I'm gonna go straight to the middle. Once again, gonna nuke down that camp ASAP. Which should be alright. I think my opponents, or our opponents, are gonna be busy making sure that, well, they don't get it for free. Actually, it looks like they're not doing very much yet. They're not actually getting the camp either. This is risky once again. I hope I won't die here. Alright. Did get this one really quickly. Don't think that's gonna be a... Oh! Oh my god, come on, no way, come on, ah! That sucks, that really, really sucks right there. He came in literally at the last split second right there, and I basically gave them a free camp.
Sounds interesting.
Which is frustrating. Alright. Just gonna teleport home and defend this time around. Alright. That's too bad though, because that's gonna do a lot of damage to us. Alright, nuking him down. Look at all the damage this camp is dealing right now. Ugh. That's so bad. That's really too bad. Well, he is attacking the core, so there's that, but... We are still at an advantage though. We are still definitely making a little bit more progress than them, but this could very quickly turn around if we aren't careful. Alright, did manage to take that down, which is nice. Get some extra mana back and get back to the fight. Now, I'm gonna be taking out my own camp here. Well, he's down. That's nice. Alright, using my Q or my 1 ability right now as well. Just because, you know, I need to make sure that we win, but... Is he actually gonna be able to take it down? Oh! I didn't even realize that! Wow! Okay, okay. So we managed to actually take down the core right there. I wasn't even paying attention to it, because I saw that they were defending with 3 or 4 guys. So I figured, okay, they will probably take it out, and we'll need to go for another run to the mines. But that's... Alright, they actually managed to take that one out just fine. So, pretty cool so far. I personally really love this build. If you enjoyed it as well, make sure you hit that like button. As always, I will include the actual build in the description below, so you can check it out right there as well. And other than that, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, and I'll see you in the next one.